Go. No, wait. Go. No, wait.
Oh, wow.
My nose is so itchy.
And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben.
And I'm Kay.
Today we're doing a review for a single episode on a Netflix series called Explained, and they've done one on the coronavirus.
How did the coronavirus become a global pandemic?
Many who work
changing
in
life
infectious
as we know it?
disease knew a
Experts and
pandemic
data
like
provide
this
a
was
clear,
coming.
informative overview of COVID-19.
This series, limited series of Explained, called Coronavirus Explained. It's a limited series, but it has one episode, which is 26
Isn't it
minutes
called
long.
Pandemic Explained?
Well, the episode is called Pandemic, but the series is called Coronavirus Explained. They're really going for it.
Maybe they're going to do more as
Maybe.
and when we know more?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. This is very interesting. It's very topical. It's like the most topical thing you can talk about at the moment. It's only 26 minutes long, so they're not spending a huge amount of time. What they've done is they've taken the ideas of where the scientists believe from facts and data, and I think that's probably what's the best benefit from this kind of information that they've put together, is because there's a lot of disinformation out there, and a lot of people are saying certain things like drink bleach, don't drink bleach. So there's a lot of that sort of information that's not right, and so they've contained a whole bunch of information. I will say though, it's mostly stuff we know.
Yeah. If you've done any research, or if you've been sort of like keeping abreast of what people are finding out about COVID-19 and particularly the SARS virus that it comes from, then you'll probably know all this already.
Yeah, I mean, there were still a few interesting bits that I didn't know. Some things that I knew, but to have it confirmed, like the fact that they spoke to people before the pandemic even began, and people were talking about the next pandemic will probably be a COVID one. You know, all of this was, and we didn't do enough. And it's interesting to see little news segments of our prime ministers and presidents talking about how this is not really a thing we need to be worried about. And then a couple of months later, completely changing their tune to how it is. And, everybody is in this. So I think it's a very interesting topic to have Netflix do a documentary on. I would have liked more.
Yeah,
I would have liked
me too.
some relative data from interviews from nurses and doctors. I think they could have gathered that over the internet quite easily.
Yeah.
I do think this is very sparse. So it's very limited in the knowledge that they've given us, and it's a lot of it we already know. Although it's nice to see it in a contained package. As a documentary, I think it's fine. I've always liked the Explained series. I think they're pretty good at what they do. It's also narrated by J.K. Simmons, which I kept expecting to hear a voice somewhere going, he's a menace! He's a menace! Damn that Spider-Man!
Sticks. Robbie, there's your page one. Masked menace terrorizes town.
I told you he's not a menace.
I kept expecting it to go into like an American trailer. In a world where there are no heroes. I was like, no. No, the narration didn't quite work for me. But what I did find really interesting was that I think, you can, correct me if I'm wrong, please, gently and nicely, but it sounded like from the introduction that they gave in the episode, it sounded like they were preparing to do Pandemic Explained as an episode a year ago. And so they started gathering the data, they started gathering experts. They had Bill Gates, who has been talking about, the fact that a pandemic, a virus, is going to be the next World War III kind of thing, and we need to be preparing for it. So they had all these experts a year ago discussing how the world needed to change, how we needed to invest. The way we invest in the military, we need to invest in healthcare, because that's the next war that we're going to fight. And so that was really interesting for me to see that they'd already been planning this.
And it wasn't even a thing until now. They kind of had to reshape their pandemic into, oh my gosh, it's here, it's real. And this is why we were doing that, because the experts say people with a little bit of brains were going, we need to be ready for this. Unfortunately, we're much better off than we've ever been to deal with a pandemic, but we weren't ready enough.
No.
I think the next time, hopefully, we'll put money into this. Hopefully, the next time, because they probably will be. Unfortunately. As a short documentary, I think it's quite good, but I do think they could have done a lot more. Hopefully, they'll do more episodes as it continues.
Yeah. Because we're learning every day.
We are. Yeah. I don't think we should talk too much longer on it, because otherwise, this will be longer than the actual episode.
Yeah.
Who would you like next to narrate? Who's the best narrator for documentary. I love stuff like David Attenborough, obviously.
I like Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great to listen to.
Or someone really funny. That would be different, like Chris Tucker.
I quite like Stephen Fry as well.
Yeah, Stephen Fry's great. Yeah. Who's your favourite narrator? Let us know in the comments below what you thought about this short information. Did it spark anything new? And or do you think they should have done better? Interesting that they've managed to pull out a documentary in this time when we're all meant to be isolated. There's obviously some guy in an editing room with the footage, just like Netflix is going, quick, get this out! It's coronavirus time! Do it now!
Yeah, well, maybe he's an essential worker.
I guess, yeah. Just like Chris Stuckman with the barber coming over to cut his hair.
Oh my gosh, don't even.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching this review on this episode. Hope you found it informative. Let us know what you thought about it. Thanks so much for watching. Keep safe, wash your hands, and enjoy the sun if you can. If not, enjoy this time with your family. But most of all, until next time, remember,
Live long and Tuesday.